Hello, I'm Hansi Parchment. You're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.
I think the uniqueness of the Reggae Girlz is they embody the national motto of Jamaica, which is out of many one people. So when you look at the entirety of the Jamaica squad, you have dark-skinned girls, mixed-race girls, girls who have black and Asian in them. You also have the homegrown players, so like your Bunny Shaw, your Konya Plummer, your Den Blackwood. So what that means in terms of from a grassroots perspective is girls who are born in Jamaica can look at a Bunny Shaw and hear that authentic accent and say, you know, if Bunny can make it, then so can I. Once you hear that authenticity, that raw Jamaican accent, they should be able to look at a Bunny Shaw who's now our captain to say, if Bunny can do it, especially if you come from the same community, the same parish as her, if she can do it, then so can we.
I want to give a big bless up to the Reggae Girlz out there. They ain't believing us. John did. Reggae Girlz, keep winning, keep inspiring. I know you're going to be great out there. World Cup. Sadella Marley, number love. Bless up from DJ Khaled.
And I'm representing for the Reggae Girlz. You know what I mean? Big up on yourself every time. Especially if you're qualifying for the World Cup back to back. You know what I mean? Sidela, big up yourself. One love every time. You know the thing go. Blessing off a flow like a river. Blessing off a flow like a river. What the Reggae Girlz do? Left them name night earth like a queen. Me have to big up the top soccer team. You know Massacre represent. Jamaica supporting every time. You know the thing go.
Hello, I'm Hansi Parchment. You're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.
I feel like I'm from UK, you know.
See the moonlights on the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Talawa TV is in the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Got a corner on the telephone. Yeah, this is the Shout Out the Messenger, and you're watching Talawa TV with the host and best. Davis, take it away.
My Talawers, how are you all? Good afternoon, good evening, possibly good morning. All depends on where you're based in the world. Welcome back to another live stream. Happy Thursday, guys. First and foremost, I do apologize about last night. I had a headache, which pretty much lasted the whole day, like from the moment I woke up all the way into the evening and subsequently during the night. And so I did leave a message in my community tab over on YouTube that I wouldn't be able to do a live stream. So hope you guys can understand. I actually woke up with said headache, but I managed to shake it off, hence being here with you guys. So happy Thursday. I hope the week's treated you well. One more working day for you guys until you can enjoy your weekend. So let me know how you guys are doing down in the comment section. You know how you're all getting on, and you know how it goes if you're making your way home from work. I do hope that you make it home safe and unharmed, because making it through your doors is a underrated blessing. Big up yourself there, in the palace, early in the palace. That's what I like to see. And how do I pronounce your name? I think I've asked you this already. Please tell me how to pronounce your name, because I do not want to butcher it. I feel like I've butchered it already, and I don't want to make the same mistake twice, even though I feel like I've already done so. But good evening to you guys there. And to those of you who are silently watching as well, good evening. Don't be afraid of dropping a comment in the comment section. That's what it's there for. They don't bite. At least they've never bitten anyone, to my knowledge. So do get friendly. Oh my God, it's been you all along. Why have I been thinking that you've just been missing my live streams? Oh my God, Taja, I'm so sorry. You changed your name on me. I thought you was just like MIA and you just wanted a break from social media, hence not reaching out to you. I do apologize. I believe I do need to say happy belated birthday. Am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but if it is a happy early birthday, nevertheless, I do hope that you live to see many more. I do remember you telling me that you was born in October, unless I'm just completely making that up, which I'm fairly confident that I'm not, but feel free to let me know if I am. So guys, we are into another international window. This time we're focusing on the Reggae Girlz. Now, you know I don't like to mix the two. So when I'm talking about the Reggae Boys, we just finished playing 2 fixtures there against Nicaragua and also Honduras. unbeaten, safely through to the quarterfinals of the men's CONCACAF Nations League. So we brushed that one to the side, and during which I don't think I gave you guys any Reggae Girlz content, because as I said, I don't like to mix the two. Every now and then I might scratch the surface with both teams talking about something that the Reggae Boys or Reggae Girlz have done for their respective clubs. But I won't spend much time dissecting whatever that is. For obvious reasons. So, saying that to say, I am going to slightly bend the rules and I'm going to segue. And I think it makes sense to do a bit of segue in because we've been keeping it positive over here where my platform is concerned. And thank you guys for helping me to do that. Let me remind you, sir, that I gave you the wrench for a reason. Please do not hesitate to put people in timeout if you need to. I will, without a shadow of a doubt, be putting people in timeout. I enjoyed putting someone in timeout on my last live stream. It was enjoyable. I was like, if you want to be petulant, I'll just go ahead and time you out. So, please make use of the tool given to you. Taja as well, if you want to be a moderator, please let me know. I didn't even realize that it was you all along because, as I said, you switched your name up on me. But if you want to be a moderator, I'll go ahead and let you be a moderator so that you can put the necessary people there in the comments section in timeout so that I don't have to deal with them. All right, guys? Okay, so we're going to be segueing, as I said, going slightly off topic, but I think it makes sense. Again, continuing on that trajectory, talking about the subjects that matter, if and when I notice them. And, we're speaking about philanthropists and, the few of the Reggae Boys there in recent years. And also over the last string of weeks, we've seen them do charitable work with either with their foundations. So there you have Leon Bailey with the Leon Bailey Foundation, or the captain, the skipper, Andre Blake, giving back to his former alma mater. And we've seen that, as I said, over the last couple of weeks and counting. And again, just like that, we have another reggae boy. And what that means is that once more, another reggae boy has extended his charitable donations. And you guys have probably seen this one. It did catch my eye earlier on in the daytime for me. And I thought, why not go ahead and play a short video followed by some key information there as it relates to Mr. Damion Lowe. And for those of you who haven't caught wind, our vice captain, Mr. Lowe, has donated to special needs school. So we are going to touch on a little bit about his donation. And he's not new to charitable work. He isn't new to giving back. It's something that he has done in the past, again, similar to his countryman, his compatriot, the Leon Bailey, and also the captain, Mr. Andre Blake. So Mr. Bailey, Mr. Blake, and also Mr. Lowe giving back when it matters. And let's just remind ourselves that it isn't mandatory for these players to give back, be it to their communities or to their former preschool, prep school, or colleges. It's not something that they have to do. So when they do it, I think it's definitely worth a conversation. Whether you want to have a conversation at length, that's entirely down to you. But saying that to say, I don't think it's something that should be ignored or swept under the carpet for obvious reasons. When they're doing bad, people like to talk about it. So when they're doing good, it should be equal to all the bad press that they sometimes get. Let's have a conversation. Let's place those flowers firmly at their feet if and when. And that's what I'm about to do with Damion Lowe. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and play a short video there, and then we're going to just segue and speak about Damion Lowe and the fact that, as it says there in front of you, Damion Lowe donates to special needs school. I will be telling you guys all about that in a short while. Do watch the video. Don't worry if you can't hear anything. It was done with intent by myself because I will be speaking to you guys afterwards. So do go ahead and just keep your eyes on the screen, okay?
Hello, I'm Hansi Parchment. You're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.
I think right now, if I play well, it's early in the the season, come near the end of the season, we're gonna see when you guys face adversity, how you guys handle it, and that's when I'm gonna know if you're actually in a title race or if this is early season form. Because we've seen this before with other teams like Tottenham. They have 30% they probably get adversity. They fall off. I'm not saying that's gonna happen 100%, but I think by the end of the season, Arsenal, I think Arsenal and Man City will separate themselves from the pack. And maybe you're going to see Chelsea fighting for top four. You're going to see Liverpool solidify themselves at third. That's personally what I think is going to happen. But right now, I think it's way too early to say 100% Chelsea or Liverpool are in this title.
Right, so we're going to stick a pin in it. Perfect. Thumbs up. We're going to keep it there. Hopefully you guys can hear me in the comment section. If you can't, do let me know and I will go ahead and make some necessary adjustments if needs be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some meat to the bones of what you guys have just looked at as it relates to that video there that was played of not Andre, Damion Lowe again, once more sitting in the driving seat as it relates to donations, giving back to charity. So it says here, Damion Lowe Printwear Group donate to special needs school in Rockford, Kingston, Jamaica. Reggae Boys Vice Captain Damion Lowe has demonstrated his commitment to community upliftment by making a donation to the Stimulation Early Childhood Development Center located in Rockford, Eastern Kingston, the neighborhood where he grew up. In collaboration with Printwear Group, Lowe contributed a multifunction printer and 4 TV sets to the school to enhance educational resources for the students. That report there also says the multifunction printer package valued at over $1 million is supported by a lifetime service package, which ensures the center has access to unlimited ink and toner, service calls, preventative maintenance, and remote monitoring, enhancing both its administrative and educational capabilities. The TVs were requested by the institution to aid in audio-visual learning in the classrooms. The Stimulation Early Childhood Development Center opened in 2018, serves over 190 children with disabilities, including cerebral palsy, autism, Down syndrome, development delays, sensory impairments, and behavioral challenges like ADHD. The new resources will enhance our ability to print educational materials and introduce more audio-visual learning opportunities, said Antonica Gunter-Gale, principal of the center. She continued by saying, "We are grateful for Damion Lowe's generosity and the partnership with Printwear Group." Dominic Walker, CEO of Printwear Group, was happy to give back. She stated, "These students will now benefit from an enriched learning environment with the support of the multi-function printer and TV sets." And that article continued there by wrapping up with the following paragraphs. It does say, Lowe expressed his pride in contributing to his community. He stated, it's always a great feeling to give back, especially when it involves helping students with special needs. This is just a small gesture compared to the work of the teachers, parents, and caregivers. I'm grateful to be able to support what they do. Lowe also called for additional support. He stated, there's still a need for more TV sets and also air conditioning units for the classrooms. I encourage anyone who can help to fill this gap. So as I said there, guys, more good news there as it relates to the Reggae Boys there, going off and, helping out where they can, be it in through their community, or I should say communities, or helping out somewhere else along the line. I do want to emphasize that this is definitely not mandatory. They're not obligated to help anyone, but it is without a shadow of a doubt great to see. Now, one thing I think we've all picked up on here is the two similarities there between Andre Blake and also Damion Lowe. I think it's quite obvious to say that, at least they come under the same what do you want to call it now, marketing company. So both of them, Damion Lowe and Andre Blake, clearly come under the same marketing company, Leap Marketing, and that one clearly there is being led by Miss Tanya Lee. So I will echo what I've already stated as it relates to Tanya Lee. It goes about saying that she is undoubtedly doing an outstanding job at marketing our players, be it the footballers and also our athletes as well, where track and field is concerned. I think, you know, from an outsider looking on, when you look at the wonderful and the fabulous work that Tanya Lee is doing, she, for me, is, and I hope people don't take offense to this, but for me, she is almost giving us a taste of foreign from inside Jamaica. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean by that. If you don't, let me know and I'll try to maybe articulate that one better for you all. And as I said, you know, it's not just, she's not just marketing the Jamaican footballers, but she's also doing extremely well when it comes to track and field, namely with the young Jaden Hibber and the excellent work that she's done with him. Typically, the reason why I'm so pleased to see what she's doing is because traditionally, I should say, traditionally, the delivery of her work is typically carried out by, sorry to say, it is typically carried out by white men of a particular demographic. So as I said on recent live stream when I was talking about, you know, how well Jaden Hibbert and Andre Blake is being marketed by Miss Tanya Lee and Leap Marketing, I will echo what I've already stated and double down on what I've already stated, that it is refreshing and inspirational to see a young Black Jamaican woman excel when it comes to marketing our players and our athletes. And it's not just she's not just doing it in one specific sport. She's doing it in football. She's doing it in athletics. I believe she's even doing it where racing and driving is concerned as well. Again, with our Jamaican athletes. So it's refreshing. It's refreshing to see what she's doing, and you know, it's definitely helping these players, especially where the footballers are concerned, because there's so many negativity involving or surrounding football in general, especially when you look at players and the talk about players and their salaries that seem to rub people up the wrong way. I will echo what I've said, that it's not mandatory for any player or athlete to give back to any charity or create a charity of their own. So it is wonderful when they do it. And the way that they're currently being marketed by Leap Marketing there, I think, you know, it's definitely helping to show the human side of these players and athletes. And goes without saying, long may it continue. As it relates to Jaden Hibbert, I'm definitely pleased for that young man. I think, you know, the way, aside from what he does on the field, in terms of how he's being marketed, I am so pleased with him, pleased for him, I should say. I think he has it in his arsenal to be one of the leading faces there of athletics. I definitely think he seems like someone who has the right personality, marketed extremely well. If you're not following him on Instagram, you are absolutely doing yourself a disservice. You're missing out. For all the young and upcoming athletes, be it your footballers, your basketball players, your tennis players, or maybe ones that do track and field, I think from what I can see, he's really the blueprint for you. I'm not saying to go and copy him, but definitely learn from what he's doing. And even if you're not up and coming, you know, you could be older than him, you know, he's still a baby Hibbert. So even if you are still older than him, I think there's much to learn from how he's being marketed and how he's being presented to us. And again, much of that is down to Miss Tanya Lee and Leap Marketing. One of the things that I love about how he's being marketed is the opportunity that's come from said marketing. So, you know, over the summer, some weeks back, he did a post on Instagram, hence this graphic right in front of you, where basically he announced his first ambassador deal, and you don't really need me to tell you who the deal is with. Clearly it's with KFC. But so it was, you know, almost like two wonderful bit of news, his first ambassador deal, and in doing so, he became the first track and field brand ambassador for KFC Jamaica. So I thought, you know what, that was unbelievable bit of news. I was a little bit surprised about that. I was like, really? First, given our prowess when it comes to track and field, given the number of athletes that we have birthed over the years, over the decades, I was a little bit taken back by that one. Definitely I'm surprised to come across that bit of news, but you know, take nothing away from the young man. Happy for what he's doing both um on the field, I should say, and also off it. Long may it continue. I do hope that his career continues to grow from strength to strength, both, as I said, you know, on the field and also off it as well. So, to reiterate, wonderful stuff being done there by Elite Marketing with our track and field, with our athletes, and also with our footballers. Long may it continue. Charity is something that I am definitely keen on. I think, you know, if this channel grows in the direction that I want it to, and I'm able to flex my muscles a bit, apart from being able to hopefully one day employ maybe one or two other persons to work with me, I would definitely love to put myself in a position where I could offer some sort of support, mainly I should say, where mental health is concerned. I would love to put myself in a position where I could assist and help and support those in need. I think, you know, there's so much going on in our community at the moment. You know, just in the diaspora is one thing, but more so in Jamaica. It's just almost as if people are just living through a nightmare, you know, with multiple challenges that they have to go through, and they still have to force themselves to get up and go and make ends meet. And for a lot of people, that's extremely challenging. And, you know, unfortunately, the whole conversation about well-being and mental health, unfortunately, it's still there's still a negative stigma attached to it. So a lot of people probably don't feel comfortable enough to speak about their mental well-being, because when someone is probably not their usual self or doesn't seem normal, whatever normal is, you know, unfortunately, our community, I reckon, you know, because of a lack of education, you know, people like that often get labeled as mad or crazy, when, you know, sometimes it's far from that. They just need a bit of help and support, and I would love to be able to be part of that change that could help to remove the stigma around mental health and well-being, and just to remind people that it's okay to not be okay. But all of that costs money. So that's what I'm saying, you know, hopefully if the channel grows in the right direction, that's definitely something that I would love to be able to do. And maybe it might not be a case of the channel growing in that direction. If there's anyone out there that's able to assist with offering some support, mental health support to people in Jamaica, then let's see if we can work together and make it happen. You know, what I have in mind is therapy, talking therapy. Maybe it could be done for, I don't know, depends on what's feasible, say minimum 2 people per year. So let's say 10 sessions each, where they're able to speak with an expert. And that expert don't necessarily have to be based in Jamaica. Their therapist don't necessarily have to be in Jamaica. Could be done via Zoom, could be done over a phone call, you know, WhatsApp, whatever is more affordable and feasible. So that's something there that I have in mind. Again, if there's anyone out there that's able to assist to make that dream of mine come to a fruition, yeah, let's work together and see what's what. Let's see what can be done for the greater good. Yes, mine is the 24th. Good memory, Yardman style. Like up the channel as you enter, please. Yeah, please do go ahead and like up the channel, guys. Tonight the center of the focus definitely belongs to the Reggae Girlz. I'm sure you guys would have seen the thumbnail already, but I did decide for the first 20 minutes or so or less to talk about Mr. Damion Lowe and his charitable donation. Definitely think that one was worthy of a conversation. Talawa TV in the house, Hail, Crystal, and those in the chat. Mr. Yee, good day to yourself. I hope you're in good health. Those of you who are just tuning in, I hope that you're in good health as well. The move is big for the fan base also. Yeah, I hope it's something that doesn't get swept under the carpet, you know, because Damion Lowe, a bit like Leon Bailey, he's had his fair bit of bashing from our fan base. So as I said, you know, if you can talk about the negatives as it relates to a particular player, then surely you should be able to talk about the positives as well and what he's is doing. And it's not something that it's new to him, you know, giving back to charities. It's something that just happened overnight. He's been doing it, I believe, since around the pandemic. 2021. So, you know, he's not new, he's not a stranger to giving back. But I just think that relationship there between Damion Lowe and Tanya Lee Marketing, Jaden Hibbert, Andre Blake. It's so wonderful to see you guys, you know, and you know, someone like Tanya Lee, she's working in a male-dominated industry. You ask any woman who works in sport or in football just how straining that job can be, just how difficult that job can be. And she's probably worked through, I can't speak for her, but she's probably navigated through multiple isms. You know, like for me, those isms that I'm referring to is your ageism, your sexism, your racism, but she's doing an excellent job. So long may it continue. All right, I think I've chatted enough. You guys are here for one reason only, and that is to talk about your Reggae Girlz. So we are going to be talking about the Reggae Girlz. Sorry, Hibby, we're going to have to park you to one side, my friend. Let's go ahead and talk about the Reggae Girlz and also France. Let's go ahead and change my screen before I dive right into it. You guys should have already caught wind of this one there as it relates to the team announcement where France is concerned. First one out the blocks. First one out the blocks is France. Are we surprised? Of course, they got their 24 players call-ups there for their 2 upcoming matches. A bit of a shame. I'm going to talk about Jamaica and why it is a bit of a shame. Although I've already touched on it on previous live stream, but I am going to just reiterate what's already been said. And I guess before I dive right into this, it's probably a good idea to talk about the match there against France, right? So I think what I need to do is perhaps bring up that dated press release from some weeks ago. Those of you who heard me read this press release already, I do apologize, but I think for the purpose of being on the same page as each other, it's definitely worth giving this another spin, right? Especially if you're just tuning into the live stream and you haven't been around over the last couple of weeks. Let's go ahead and bring us all on the same page there, guys. I hope you've done the right decent thing and hit that like button for me. Yeah, so press release. This one was given to us almost a month ago. You can see the date there, Kingston, Jamaica, 20th of September 2024. Bit of a short press release, so I'll go ahead and give this a spin for you. It says Reggae Girlz confirm friendly internationals for October and November FIFA windows. The Jamaica Football Federation have confirmed 3 friendly internationals for the Reggae Girlz as they continue their preparation for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup qualifiers, which kicks off in 2025. The Reggae Girlz will be playing a friendly international world number 10, France, on Friday, October 25th, 2024, and that one is at the Stade Auguste Bonal, which is located in eastern France. Kickoff is slated for 9:05 p.m. local time and 2:05 p.m. Jamaica time. France were quarterfinalists in the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. The Reggae Girlz have fond memories with France as Jamaica's first ever FIFA Women's World Cup appearance in 2019 came in France, and Jamaica's first ever point at a FIFA Women's World Cup came against the French in the 2023 tournament in Australia in a 0-0 draw. The 42nd ranked Reggae Girlz will also face South Africa, who are ranked 50th in the world, on November 29th and December 2nd at home. This will be the first time both teams are facing each other since April 2019 in Durban, as both teams played out a 1-1 draw. Both South Africa and Jamaica made their debut in the Senior Women's World Cup in 2019 in France, and in 2023, both teams advanced to the round of 16 of the World Cup. Details will follow in subsequent release in relation to kickoff times and venues for these two matches. President of the Jamaica Football Federation, Michael Ricketts, welcomes these games for the Reggae Girlz. And he stated, "We want to give our Reggae Girlz the best opportunity to qualify for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup. And we feel these upcoming friendly internationals to end 2024 are beneficial to the coaching staff and players to help them prepare for the World Cup qualifiers." World Cup qualifiers for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup kicks off in CONCACAF in 2025. CONCACAF will have 4 spots for the 27 FIFA Women's World Cup, which will be hosted in Brazil, and 2 other teams from CONCACAF will qualify for the Intercontinental playoffs. So that one there, give you guys a gentle reminder. If you want me to give that another spin, please just go ahead and let me know in the comments section. So I already looked at that France squad there with you guys. Didn't really look at it. I just kind of showed it to you, right? So clearly, their team, they've already named their squad, as I said, and we're set to face them. By this time next Friday would have been done and dusted. My time here is what, 12:33 a.m. I'm into my Friday, early Friday morning. So by this time, oh wait, oh my God, it's a Thursday. I thought today was Friday, guys. Ignore what I just said. Next week, Friday. Why did I think today was a Friday night? Confusing you all. October 25th, which is on a Friday, right? And I think I will be doing something. I'm trying to do something for that game for you guys. So I'm still trying to map out in my head what it is I want to do and how I will deliver it to you guys. So allow me some maybe a few more days to try and like put some things together and see how I get on. Wish me luck. So as we draw nearer, as with other live streams and conversation around international break, we will definitely discuss the teams closer to match day, because I think it only makes sense. Now, Jamaica, very on brand. That's all I will say politely. We are very on brand when it comes to doing things. I spoke to you guys at the start of the week because someone did ask me about the Reggae Girlz and when the squad would be announced. And since you asked, I went off and did my own little digging around and asked the necessary questions. And I was given an answer, which I already gave you guys on my last live stream. But I think it's, without sounding like a bore, sounding like a nag, I think it was to be expected. I think we're used to moping and waiting around. Is it a big deal? To each their own. I would have liked to have seen us make our announcement at the same time as France, or maybe just a few hours difference, but 24 hours difference, probably not that big of a deal to you guys, but for me, I would have liked to have seen us go at similar times as the French. And as I said, I've already given you guys the reason why that is for the slight delay. I won't get into it because I don't really want to kick off anything negative. I feel like I understand the reason anyway. I just kind of wish that it wouldn't be. As it relates to the reggae boys, the reggae girls, I've already spoken to you guys about this one, but unlike a few of the other nations there, including our opponents, France, unfortunately for this window, we only have one friendly. Bit disappointed with that, if I'm being completely honest with you. With the friendlies, I would like for us to maximize every window that comes, but as I've said, during the qualification period there and the preparation leading up to the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand, there was a window, I believe, if memory serves me well, there was an October window where we had no friendlies, and obviously that rubbed us up the wrong way. So I'm guessing, if you want to be fair and balanced, there is some improvements. I just wish the improvement was just maximized. I just wish we were sat here talking about 2 international friendlies as opposed to 1. So yeah, there's reasons there to be please. At least we're going into an international break and we're saying that the girls will be in camp and they'll be playing against a team. And it's also a notable team. It's a team that has tremendous amount of respect. They have some of the world's best players representing them. So we can't sit here and complain. Definitely not going to be no complaints from me about playing France. I like it. Do you want to see more of it? Given that we have 1 international friendly as opposed to 2, it goes without saying that, for the players that get called up, I'm sure they'll be making the most of the opportunity. You never know. I think it might take us maybe a handful of games, if that, to kind of figure out what head coach Hubert Busby Jr. has in mind or has in store in terms of the direction that he's looking to take the team in. I think, for me, I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm not going to make any assumption. I think we have to see who he calls up. I'm sure it'll be the usual suspects anyways. The usual, the core of the squad. I don't think there's going to be a breakaway from the core of the squad because of talent and experience, and a couple of those girls there from the core of the squad still have some years in their tank, in their arsenal. They have a lot in their arsenal to offer our team, our country. So I don't expect to see that number decrease in terms of player call-ups, but who knows? I don't know what Busby has in mind, but we have to just sit and wait and look at his call-ups from this window and the next subsequent windows to follow. So I think this game, like as with others, another opportunity to identify where we are before things get thick and heavy in terms of the run up to the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup, or the qualification that comes with that, and polishing or getting rid of any cobwebs, fine tuning ourselves, the whole lot. One thing that's a little bit frustrating for me is the promotion around or a team on socials. And yes, I know that we're not playing this game in Jamaica at the office. It's not in Kingston. It's not in Montego Bay. Of course, I know that. But I would still have liked to have seen some level of promotion, given that, Jamaicans are based all over the world, all over the globe, especially here in Europe. It's not hard to come across a Jamaican, and I'm sure France is no different. You only have to look at the World Cup in 2019 to see that we are everywhere, including France. So I would have liked to have seen the game promoted better in terms of just helping people to know a little bit about the game. I sat back and I was doing my own research in terms of how do I get from A to B? And even that was a little bit of a headache. So, for me, just sharing little details about the location of the match. And if you do your own research, you probably figure out why I'm saying these things. And location of the match, the nearest airport, nearest train station, depending on where you're coming from, and so on. I think that would have been, not that it's too late, invaluable information to share with the fan base. Something similar to I noticed that the Jamaica Football Federation on Instagram, they posted something some days ago. I think it might have been even on the day of the Honduras game, where they posted some information about travel advisory. So I'm guessing a bit of travel advisory for the Reggae Girlz game, not just against France, but anywhere where we're playing in the world, especially when you're looking at countries where there is a large Jamaican diaspora community. You guys should know by now that for people living in England, France is just our next door neighbor. So it's not as challenging to get to France as it would be to get to, let's say, the United States, where it would definitely cost more than an arm and a leg. That's not to say it's cheap or affordable to get to France. I've checked the prices. Some of the prices, to be honest with you, does look fair. It looks pretty decent for now. But yeah, something similar to what we've seen with the traveler advisory. I think it would have been great if we extended that bit of promotion for the Reggae Girlz. as it relates to the two teams, like I said, we will be talking about those two teams there as the game goes edges closer. But I think for us, we are firmly sitting in the new norm where the Reggae Girls are concerned in terms of their opponents. We've been so blessed to see us. I think a lot of our dreams has come to fruition as it relates to playing against these notable countries. We've played against some top ranked countries. Not too long ago, we were playing against the likes of Australia and Spain. Yes, I'm not going to remind us all of those results, but once upon a time, one could only dream of playing against some of the top ranked and highest, best ranked teams in the country, in the world, not in the country. And here we are doing that, and there goes the headlines, all that years and decades of hard work, that groundwork, jumping or hurdling over multiple trials and tribulations. That's led us to where we are now. Yes, we can talk about the round of last 16 at last year's World Cup, and that has no doubt propelled us to where we are right now, where we're now looking to play against France on their home soil. But before we got to where we are in the last 16, much of that is down to the groundwork of the previous players, the multiple trailblazers who are no longer playing for the team, another previous coaches as well, and their backroom staff. I know there's politics here and there as it relates to previous backroom staff, but at the end of the day, they played somewhat of a role in getting us to where we are. Whether that's mildly significant or irrelevant, to each their own. I'll leave you guys to draw your own conclusion to that. But as I said, I feel like this is now the new norm. This is the standard. This is the level of expectations. Maybe now and then, I don't know, due to finances, we may find ourselves playing against a club. We've played against clubs before in the past, so I wouldn't put it past us to do so. But I think I speak for the majority of us that we don't necessarily want to see our teams, especially the Reggae Girls, play against clubs. We want to see them play against your France, your Spain, your Australia, your USA outside of competitive games, that is, and Canada again outside of competitive games, friendlies and so on. We want to lock horns with the best of the best in the world. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but definitely one fixture that I am desperate to see is England versus Jamaica. And I say England versus Jamaica because I think if you put something like that in the diary, it's more than likely that it will be played in England. And Zambia, I would love for Jamaica to play against Zambia. I know you guys have heard me do a song and dance about us wanting, of me, I should say, wanting Jamaica Football Federation to build a relationship with AFCON countries. And I'm not going to bore you to death. I've already said it. I'm not going to say the reason why and the benefits that comes with. But yeah, I mean, Zambia, fabulous team. They've got a fabulous team. I would love to see us play against nations like Zambia and your England. And why not spin the block and play Spain again? Why not spin the block and play Australia again? Let's see how it works out this time round. But yeah, I think, definitely we are onto the right path. We're on the right movements, and fair play to the players. Once upon a time, we could only dream of wanting to see our girls, or just Jamaica in general. Forget the girls and the boys, the gender and all that's not really relevant to an extent. I think, once upon a time, you could only dream of putting Jamaica in the same brackets as these top ranked teams. And here we are, we're going to be playing against France, and it seems like it's no big deal to us as the 12th man. It just seems like, yeah, that's standard. That's where we're at. Those are our age mates. And I'm looking forward to that game. I've looked at their squad. I just brushed upon it with you guys. Well, not even brushed upon it. I just placed it on the screen for you guys to glance over. Or maybe you did. If you didn't, their team, the squad announcement is on their Twitter or X, whatever you refer to it as. As it relates to the Reggae Girls, I don't believe I've said this. So our team announcement, that one there is expected to be given to us tomorrow, and it should be led by head coach Hubert Busby. So he should be giving us the squad announcement tomorrow, and that is tomorrow Friday at 1 p.m. and that is 1 p.m. Jamaica time. So I'm interested to see who is on the list. Like I said, I think it's going to be the usual suspects. Not expecting nothing shocking. And I don't want to be proved wrong neither. I hope the coach picks defender Wiltshire. Maybe. Listen, I'm not going to go any further, but maybe. If she's up for it, why not? If she's up for it, why not? But again, it depends on what you guys are willing to tolerate. Depends on what you guys are willing to tolerate as it relates to call ups. I think it depends on how you measure these call ups. You guys have already heard my opinion on player call ups and the complexities that comes with that. I still stand by that. Yes, I know with women's football, it is slightly different, especially when you're moving from one club to another. It is definitely a different way of operating. It's not uncommon for players in the women's game, obviously, move around at a much faster rate than players in the men's game. And they do that for a number of reasons. Could be down to salary, could be down to the length of their contract. You know, we've seen over the last few seasons where our players have been signing short-term contracts, and they do that for their own benefit and for the club's benefit. So yes, there are some players there where you probably have to look at certain call-ups within reasons, but I think we probably just have to hold our breath, if you want to put it like that, and see who gets called up. But yeah, we'll see. We see how this one goes. And I don't really want to comment much further because that is that's a personal decision there with Wiltshire. And I do want to give the young lady her peace, her privacy. So I don't really want to touch on that too much. Just imagine if Donaldson was getting his look, what Donaldson is doing right now in the NWSL. Just imagine if Donaldson was getting this look. I think I'm probably reading this wrong, so I need you to probably add something extra to that one for me, please, Tasia. Is it the same CONCACAF president for the men? That's an excellent question. I actually don't know the answer to that, and I'm not going to act like I do. I should think so. CONCACAF president. Let's see. Well, I typed CONCACAF president and Victor came up. Let's see, CONCACAF. Let's see if they have. That's an excellent question. Hey, from my research, they just have one president. I typed in CONCACAF women president and the same person came up. But that is an excellent question. That's something I didn't even think of questioning. Barbara Banda would shake the defense of this team. God, she's too good. She's excellent. That woman is a bloody beast. It was against Germany, right? She tucked Germany in and sent them to bed like good night with a lullaby. I'm a fan of Barbara, and I would love if we played against Zambia, be it on home soil or in their neck of the woods. So yeah, JFF, if you can make that happen, I think, can't speak for the fan base, but that would definitely make me a happy bunny. So as it relates to the squad, as I said, tomorrow is when the squad will be revealed to the rest of us. I'm sure the players know who is called up, who's going. And so now comes the watching to see what happens with the team. I want to hear and see that the team moves from A to B with no fuss. And it should be the easiest logistical planning to date or currently, because you guys already know the bulk of our squad, they're in Europe anyway. So to get to France it should be light work. So I'd like to see that the players there, except obviously Vian, she's coming all the way from Asia in Japan. As I said, majority of the squad is in Europe. But I do want to see that they're moving from A to B with no fuss, hotels, chilled, waiting on their arrival. They've got the necessary training in their back pockets. We only have one game to prepare and get the girls for. So, hopefully that goes according to plan or exceeds expectations. I don't know, but we just have to wait and see. And with the player call-ups, I'm just going to have to wait and see who gets called up. Once Jamaica girls be very competitive against the top team friend, they said they will continue to get competitive games, which is a very good look for them. Absolutely, Boss Thomas. I hope you're well. Yes. And one of our Caribbean neighbors there, Haiti. Same should be said for Haiti. I don't know who Haiti are playing. Let's go and see who Haiti. But given they competed at their first ever Women's World Cup, Australia and New Zealand. They've already played against England, and they could have beaten England. On their day, they could have beaten England. Why isn't their fixtures coming up? And I think they reminded, or not even reminded, they gave England a lesson to learn in terms of not underestimating the CONCACAF countries there, namely the countries from the Caribbean, because I do feel like England were a little bit snobbish. Don't know what you guys make of that, but I feel like they're a little bit snobbish with how they approach that game against Haiti. I think they massively, largely underestimated Haiti. I just tried to bring up some info on Haiti to see if they have any friendlies. Just clicked on it and there's nothing coming up. Don't know what that means. But I do hope that they have some friendlies in their back pocket. It's only going to help with the progression of their women's football team. And, there are our friendly neighbors. So, yes, the rivalry gets spicy on match day and they come at us and we come at them. But at the end of the day, it's still one Caribbean. I do hope that you have done the decent thing and touched that like button, guys. If you haven't done so, what exactly are you waiting on? So there we have it there. The game against France coming up next week, Friday. As I said, I'm going to try and see if I could do some content there for you guys. I do have some stuff in mind. Hopefully, I'm able to execute them. And then we have can we say short waits? We have a little bit of a wait. We have 2 games in the diary there against, hopefully you guys can see this on my screen, South Africa. And it is to be decided. I am assuming this is probably penciling out the finer details. So like the venue, I was reliably told at the time of the announcement, the press release there that those 2 games are expected to be played in Montego Bay. I'm not sure if things have changed since then, but if anything changes, then obviously I'll let you guys know. So I think that's what the to be decided could be down to, but I'm not privy to internal information, so to be decided could also mean anything. So the first of that match there is scheduled for November the 29th, 2024. And some days later, December the 2nd, we have the second of those 2 games there. So I'm looking forward to that. My internet is telling me that the connection has dropped. I hope you guys can still see me, but my connection there is probably destroyed them. She didn't score on them though. Yeah, I mean, they probably didn't even know who she was. So they know who she is now. She belongs to Leon. She played for Leon for a reason. Leon don't sign ordinary players. I'm sure they know who she is now. If they didn't know then, definitely got to know. And I guess we should also segue a little bit and go over some of the things that we have already discussed as it relates to that enemy in that enemy of progress. It seems like we are probably one step closer to getting rid of said enemy, guys. That enemy of progress has been a bane in our life. It seems like the nightmare that follows is almost over. And I say so wishful thinking. But Jamaica is going to operate on Jamaica time at always, no matter where they are in the world. But it seems like our desire to see tiki-taka football played at the office in the National Stadium is edging closer and closer. I will stand by what I've said on my recent live stream that as things stand, we're not going to see tiki-taka football played on that atrocious pitch. The idea of watching both the women and men's team dancing with the ball and playing flamboyant football, I don't think that's going to happen until the field at the National Stadium is fixed. So came across another bit of info there that I do want to discuss with you guys very quickly. I guess I could just go ahead and read the report. It's a bit of a lengthy one. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a bit of a lengthy report. I've checked other reports, and to be honest with you, this one was my favorite just because of the details. It's very detailed. And I think this one, though it is a little bit long-winded, I think it gives us all the necessary information, right? Sorry about the multiple ads. Let's go ahead and see if we can close off on some of those ads. It's a little bit of an eyesore, isn't it? Yeah, it's got a couple ads, but as I said, this one right here, taken from the Gleaner, the Jamaica Gleaner, that is, for me, was my favorite report. Read a couple, and this one worked for me because it gave me all the necessary information. So I'm just going to read this report for you guys, and then I turn my eyes to the comment section once more. And you guys already know once I'm looking at the screen, I can't see you guys there in the comment section. So if you drop something and I'm not responding, I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see it for the time being. All right. So the redevelopment of the National Stadium. I feel like this is a never-ending conversation that we've been having for Lord knows how long, but it does seem like it's finally we might be able to just put a cap on it. If God has anything to do with it, that is. So the headline says, National Stadium redevelopment moves forward. The government has accepted a proposal from United Kingdom UK firms Ryder Architecture and CAA Icon for the redevelopment of the National Stadium in Kingston. Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, made the disclosure at a press conference at her New Kingston office on Tuesday, October 15, to provide an update on the project. The entities have been involved in other stadium projects around the world, such as Wembley, Arsenal's Emirates, the O2 and Stamford Bridge in London, and Stadio Roma and San Siro in Italy. So if there's anything to be excited by at first instance, then this is definitely it. These guys who are set to redevelop our stadiums, they've worked with some beautiful stadiums. Arsenal to Emirates Stadium, if you've been there, you'll probably be taken aback. It is a beautiful stadium. Wembley speaks for itself. The O2 speaks for itself. They've also clearly they've been involved in Stamford Bridge, though I think I speak for Chelsea fans when I say that they do deserve an upgrade. But nevertheless, if you go to stadiums like your Wembley, your Emirates, your Stamford Bridge, as a football fan, obviously you're going to be taken aback and you're going to appreciate the stadiums for what it is. Stadio Roma and San Siro, never been to either. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have been to either one of those stadiums. Minister Grange noted that the proposal from the firms not only addresses the shortcomings of the existing stadium, but identifies the full potential of the venue through qualitative and quantitative assessments. The redevelopment project, which is slated to begin in August 2025, is expected to be undertaken over 3 years. It will entail dispensing the existing bleachers, providing new seating options, establishing modern facilities for anti-doping, new facilities for media, establishment of modern and iconic national sports museum, installing new modern lighting and meeting and conference facilities, premium suites and lounges, new concession facilities, among other upgrades. And that is what you want from your national stadium there, guys. This is what you talk about when you think of like renovating a stadium, developing a stadium. This is what you talk about when you're thinking brand spanking new, up to date, modern. These, something as simple as conference facilities. These are the things that you see when you go to the Emirates Stadium, the Stamford Bridge, the Wembley Stadium. These are great rooms and conferences to hold those high-end meetings. So you don't have to be making your way to the Jamaica Football Federation offices. If you're dealing with football, that is, you could just make your way to one of the conference rooms at the national stadiums. I like the idea of premium suites and lounges. I think that is our level. We're one of the best when it comes to just being outstanding individuals in respective fields, be it in your football, when you look at someone as outstanding as Khadija Bunny Shaw, willing to debate with anyone that there's no footballer that's been better than Khadija Bunny Shaw, male or female. You're looking at premium suits. We spoke about the high number of turnout there as it relates to prominent leaders in Jamaica and entertainers going to the games and watching, like, for example, the Reggae Boys play. And I imagine if they're not sat with the fans, this is where they're probably now going to be seating. My apologies. They're going to be sitting in those premium suites and lounges, because that's just top-end people sitting top-end seats, guys. I don't think it's a case of them not wanting to brush shoulders with ordinary folks like myself. I just think that is what they're used to. It's lavish. It is something that definitely suits Jamaica, complements the direction that we're heading in football. Both for the Reggae Girls and, dare I say, the Reggae Boys. Let's remind ourselves that the lads recently picked up the third place medalist in the CONCACAF Nations League, not of the current edition, obviously, because that's still going on, but the recent editions that was wrapped up some months back. And that article there continues by saying, earlier this year, the government of Jamaica and the UK signed a framework for corporations to undertake the National Stadium Redevelopment Project. We've got some quotes there from Minister Grange. She stated, the next step is to proceed to phase 1. Now there's 5 phases in these next string of steps. So please do listen carefully to those 5 phases. She did say, which is a stadium assessment and feasibility. So that is phase 1, guys. The study, she noted, includes a thorough economic and feasibility analysis to identify local and international market demand to ensure that the use and design proposals are aligned to economic demand. Okay, that she's speaking about the business side of this pending redevelopment. The results will inform phase 2, which is the project initiation, concept design approval, and phase 3 will involve the detailed design and appointment of a contractor. Phase 4 will involve the construction, and phase 5 is the operational readiness and handover. I like the fact that, they've shared the necessary steps with us on the highlighting or scratching the surface, summarizing the different phases there to come. And I wish them all the best of luck. I hope that it exceeds expectations. The rest of that article states that Minister Grange said that the government is determined and deliberate about developing the national stadium into a world-class facility that meets the regulatory requirements of international sports federations. And absolutely, that's exactly what we should be doing. Again, given my example there of Khadija Bunny Shaw, we look at stuff that we've done as a Caribbean nation with, goes without saying, the West Indies, both in history for the men and the women's team. And also when we look at, it cannot be ignored what we do in track and field over the last the most obvious rewards and successes that's come from our track and fields goes without saying, definitely over the last 2+ decades, all of that compiled with what we've done elsewhere in sports, and we've birthed some of the greatest athletes on the planet without a shadow of a doubt. So these are the conversations that we should be having. This is a position that we should be putting ourselves in. I'm talking about world-class facilities and talking about looking to the future. I know people like myself and possibly you guys in the comment section, the dream is to see Jamaica host a major event. And for us to even dream of doing such, we have to first correct that stadium, because it is just not fit for purpose, unfortunately. Limited purpose, yes, but not, on a wide scale. The article finishes by saying, during the last few years, we have been able to resurface the running tracks, upgrade the aquatic center, upgrade the basketball and Layla Robinson netball courts, among other improvements. UK Minister for Latin and the Caribbean, Baroness Jennifer Chapman, in her remarks, noted that the stadium upgrade will mean that not only can Jamaicans enjoy improved facilities, but will be able to bid to host events like the World Athletics Championships. And if any country anywhere has earned the right to host that championship, it has to be Jamaica. He said that the UK has committed to assist in bringing several development projects in Jamaica to fruition, noting that the framework for cooperation between the countries also referenced a bridge upgrade program, some national security procurements, and the upgrade of Reynolds Pier. This is just the first of several such happy occasions which we will witness in the coming months and years, she said, also addressing the function where Finance and the Public Service Minister, Dr. Nigel Clark, and Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson Smith. So that is how that article reads. I found it quite insightful. As I said, gave me all the necessary information that I wanted to share with you guys. There are other reports out there to read and get your invaluable information from, but for me, the Gleaner smashed that one out the park. They gave me everything I needed, and then some. So I'm gonna see what you guys are saying there in the comment section. Big up yourself, Unseen. I hope you are well. Yes, I am okay. I am definitely okay. How are you? How you doing? How you doing? If you guys aren't familiar with Unseen Sports, I'm not sure why that is. Do make your way to Unseen Sports TV, subscribe to his channel, also hit the like button. He says, love the program, learning a lot. That just means job done for me. If you're learning a lot, then that just means job done. I hope they remove the cycle track. Maybe. Big up yourself, Night Rider. Unseen says can't mix the two genders. I've said a lot, Unseen. Oh, Unseen. Come on screen. I want you to come and join me on air. I know exactly what you're referring to. I want you to join me on air. We don't even have to talk about mixing the two genders. Why not? Come on, let me know why not mixing the two genders. I'm intrigued to know why we can't mix the two genders. What happened to the coaches that JFS said were interviewing about to hire? What are you referring to? You might have to add some meat to what you've just said. So guys, if anyone wants to jump on, I do have some more minutes to spare, although I've spoken with you guys for over an hour. I think I know what Unseen is on about. I think he's talking about mixing. What did I say? I said that Bunny Shaw is the paraphrasing, because I can't remember exactly what I said, but I said something along the lines of Bunny Shaw is the best footballer that we've produced, male or female. I'm gonna double it down and I'm going to stand by what I said. I don't know if Unseen wants to jump on and share his opinion. Maybe he will, guys. Maybe he won't. But that link at the bottom there is for anyone, really. Anyone that wants to jump on, that is, you're more than welcome to do so. Let me know your opinion. To those of you who have hit the like button, God bless you. Thank you for doing so. If you have not hit the like button, then you're definitely an enemy of progress. I don't know why you haven't done so. Thank you to those of you who have subscribed, though. You're definitely not an enemy of progress. Thank you for subscribing. We've got less than 300 subs to go until we hit that 5K. Not gonna lie to you guys, I don't think we're doing that by the time January 1st comes. That's not to say I've given up. I just don't think I'm gonna reach that little target I set for myself. Glad to see that you're looking and sounding well, Crystal. Me tonight, I am exhausted. I am so sorry. Put your feet up. I still have a couple of discomforts. I don't know why, but I woke up with like my legs felt very heavy, like all the way through my legs, all the way down to like my feet, felt very heavy. I'm guessing that's probably down to how I slept. Maybe my blood wasn't circulating properly. So I woke up and I felt a little bit lumpy. It felt like lumps, like I needed a massage. But I also woke up with that same headache again, DC, but I'm feeling much better now. If you're exhausted, it just means you need to take a break. Sometimes you have to take a break before a break takes you. So go ahead and, take a little break. I'm sure you deserve it. Put your feet up, unwind. You're one day away from Friday, which means you're one step closer to the weekend. Thank you to those of you who have hit the like button. I don't know if there's anything else that you guys want us to discuss. But I will be closing off shortly unless you guys want me to touch on something else. I am expecting to come back tomorrow, given that the announcement for the Reggae Girlz squad will be released. Got that press conference coming up there with Hubert Busby, where he'll be giving us the announcement of the Reggae Girlz squad. Again, Friday, the 25th of October, we will be taking on France on their home soil. I'm excited for that one. Maybe it's too early to ask you guys for predictions. Is it too early to ask you guys for predictions? Maybe. Maybe it is too early to ask for some predictions. Let me know how you guys are doing there in the comment section. I am close to closing off. Maybe I'll give you guys 5 additional minutes until I close off. Unseen isn't back in his chat, guys. He kind of just let off a bomb and then just wandered out the room. So he's not back in his chat. And I was actually quite intrigued to hear what he has to say. I wanted him to back his chat, but I don't think he's I don't think he's gonna be doing that. Definitely not tonight, for whatever the reason is. Let's see. Have I missed out on any comments? Have I missed out on any comments? I think I've touched on everything, to be honest with you. Let's see something else. I might need to share something else with you all. I think that is that, guys. Yes, too early. Don't see the squad yet. Anytime we see the squad, I'll let you know. I'm surprised. You've changed, Tasia. You've definitely changed. That's good to see. Usually, you probably be the first one out the blocks, telling me we're gonna beat them 3-0. We're gonna be doing this, going to be doing that. As you guys can tell by my last predictions, I don't usually do predictions for a reason. Last 2 predictions with the Reggae Boys, I came narrowly close, and then I was just way off target with my last one over Honduras. So I don't think I'll be making predictions in the near future because clearly that's not my thing. It's not my area. So I'm gonna give you guys maybe some, I'll call it maybe 2 more minutes until I close off. If you are out and about, I do hope that you make it home safe and unharmed, because making it through your doors is an underrated blessing. It's one of my favorite blessings, to be honest with you. When your loved ones make it through the door, it's like a sigh of relief. I love it. I'm trying to see. I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping for a drama-free selection announcement tomorrow for the. This is where we test to see if things have really changed. This is where we test to see if things have really changed. Or is it same old, same old? Again, my only real gripe right now is just the promotion around the game. I get it, I'm going to be fair and say, okay, maybe it's because it's in France, but I don't think it should matter because we have a large Jamaican diaspora community, especially here in Europe. So I don't really think it matters that much. Gunner's boss. I want to go on with you, Crystal, but I don't know why you're asking for my DNA blessings to you and your still. I'm so confused. Do you want to come on the screen? I'm so confused, Gunner's boss. I want to go on with you. I don't know. Maybe I said something. I don't know. Did I say something at the start of the stream? I don't know. But pick up yourself, Gunner's boss. I don't know if that means you want to come on the screen. Let me know if that's what you're after, because I've already put the link in the comment section. He just says, I always got the confidence. Right, there's the old Tasia that we all know and love. Yeah, Gunner's boss, you've kind of confused me with that one. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but yeah. If not in the next minute or so, I will be closing off until tomorrow after the squad announcement. I think I might just, I haven't decided what time I'm going live tomorrow. I'm gonna wait. I'll wait and see what the squad list is saying and then make my mind up. Yeah, but the link is asking me for a password. Are you sure? Why do I feel like you're just capping to me? Let me go ahead and see. Let me check with my phone to see if it's actually asking for that. Oh, that's why you're saying your DNA. Okay, I get you now. Let's see what it asks you for. The host that you connected with YouTube. It shouldn't be asking for no DNA. What are you on about? Go and see. Let me enter my studio. It's because when you're using if you're using it on your phone, you will need to use Safari, not Google Chrome, Safari. Right, so that is one of the issues that people will encounter when they're trying to join the stream. It won't work if you're using Chrome. If you're using Safari, it will work. So I'll wait a little while longer for Gunner's boss because I've never had him on my stream before. So I'll wait to see what he decides to do. And then after that, I'll just close off. Okay. If he's actually going to come on, guys. So let's just or maybe he could just let me in the comment section rather than waiting to see. But I'm gonna be a little bit patient with him until either I can't wait no more or until he tells me otherwise. So let me try and take my eyes off the comment section and see. Is there anything else? Saw something earlier on. What's his name? What is his name? I don't want to mix the two because that is more to do with men's football. So maybe I won't mix the two on tonight's occasion. I might actually just leave that out. I was going to talk about them, but I don't think you guys are even interested in speaking about the Three Lions. Don't think you guys want to talk about the Three Lions, do you? You guys want to have a conversation on them? I don't think you guys want to. Right. I use Safari and it's asking to go through when I did it's asking for a password. No, basically it's asking you for the password that you're using to log into YouTube. So basically it would have asked you to like click YouTube, and then it will ask you to put like your email details in and also your password. But I can't see none of that. But for example, if I wanted to sign on with my phone, I would have to go through the same process. That's just to make sure that it's actually you and not someone else impersonating you. I don't care about the three kittens. England football is trash, says Gunner's boss. His words, not mine. They're not happy bunnies at the moment. Some of the England fans are they? They're absolutely fuming. Imagine being upset because you got Thomas Tuchel as your manager. Like, are you out of your mind? You out of your mind? What is there to complain about? What makes me laugh about them is they're acting as if there's an English manager out there that's better than Thomas Tuchel. Like, be real. Like, which English manager out there is better than him? Like, we know what the issue is. The issue is staring us right in the face. We know why they're not a fan of his. Because, if it was someone else that was from somewhere else, they wouldn't be like this displeased. But if only like Thomas Tuchel and his players could just if you want to do is I know it's not impossible. It's not possible because if they win and the team win, then the nation wins. But some of those fans don't deserve nothing good, you know. So those England fans don't deserve to see their country win a trophy, be it the Euros or the World Cup. So Gunner's boss seems like he's having some teething issues, guys. But let's see if he's able to rectify whatever issues he's experiencing. I think he's been a bit like me, a little bit like probably questioning or overthinking what is being asked of him, which is fair. I probably would have done the same if I were him, but it's just normal procedure. Definitely normal procedure. I don't know why Jamaican people love England players knowing they aren't all that. The only reason why the EPL is good is because of the international players. Intriguing opinion, that. Intriguing opinion. It depends on where you consume your football, isn't it? So if your community in terms of your algorithm so if you sit and you watch multiple YouTubers talk about Jamaican football, then your algorithm will give you that. So you probably see similar opinions spinning around and around. And the same goes for people that happen to love English players. I think I get what you're saying. The media does hype them up and then they just pull them down. But there's some quality English players around. There's some quality English players around. Whether or not you think they're the best in the world presently or ever at the point of their peak, that's debatable. But there's definitely some good English talent around for sure. But yeah, people their own do hype them up, and I guess that's what you expect. Media in your own country, you expect them to hype you up. Maybe not oversell you because you kind of set your players up for failure, in my opinion. But it's not uncommon for them to hype up their players. It's within reason, I think. Right, Gunners boss, let me know what your move is. It looks like you're probably still experiencing some issues. But let me know what your plans are. What else? I need to head over to X. Let's see. Is there any breaking news? Let's see if there's any breaking news. Let's see. How do I do this? I think I'm gonna have to use my phone. My screen isn't giving me any updates. Let's see.
That there was absolutely no chance, even for sure. Like Chelsea,
Oh gosh, the things that these guys come up with.
Because he's the face of that project.
All right, Gunners boss. Please let me know your plans. Really see nothing on my timeline that's breaking news, guys. I'm checking my timeline. Can't see nothing on my timeline that's breaking news. No, there's nothing there. All right, guys. Yeah, there's nothing there. So maybe same time tomorrow. Maybe same time tomorrow. Again, if you are out and about, I do hope that you make it home safe and unharmed. Pick up the guys there in the comment section. Tasia, Mr. Yee, Boss Thomas on Scene Sports TV. Remember to check him out on his channel, guys. Badass DC. And also Gunner's Boss as well. Thank you guys for keeping the comment section active. We go again tomorrow after the announcement of the Reggae Girlz squad. So again, if you let's see what Gunner's Boss is saying. What's up with the podcast? Excellent question. So I've got, in terms of the assets, I might actually I need to make a phone call. I've got everything except there's just one little bit of tweak that needs to be mended out. I could try to see if I could get that done tomorrow. For the podcast, in terms of all the assets that's finally been paid for. And I am still in the process of thinking what to do in terms of content creation for you guys, because I don't really want to give you guys something that's already there. And when you look across football, there's a lot of similar contents being produced. Obviously, the delivery varies, and that comes down to individuality and creativity. So that's really it for me. Just looking at how to give you guys something different that's not currently there. But the assets, I've got the assets. Got the assets. I just need to do a little tweak, and I think you guys are going to love how things look in terms of the logo. I think you guys are going to love the logo. Once I'm able to share that with you guys, I think maybe we might just get through international this game against France, and then maybe I'll just look to showing you guys the logos, because by then I think I would have been able to make the necessary tweaks. Okay, but thank you for asking that. So I'm about to close off. I've been speaking with you guys for almost 1 hour and 30 minutes. Thank you for tuning in. Spotify, Apple, and wherever we get our podcast is where it will be. Get Ladbroke to sponsor it too. You've got high expectations of myself, Gunners, but I feel like you're based in the UK. You said Ladbroke. All along, I thought you was based in Jamaica. So I feel like you're based in the UK now. You're from the UK or live in the UK. You know why I'm saying that. Uh, yeah, so yeah, you must be based in the UK. I'm excited to actually show this to you guys because I love the logo. I love the logo. I love the assets. I just need to think of how to be creative. I've got something in mind. I just need to look at sustainability. Creativity is one thing, but if it's not sustainable, it's almost as if you're just wasting your bloody time. So, yes, guys, right. I'm about to, and Sainsbury's. No, you're definitely from the UK. Sainsbury's. He said Sainsbury's, guys. I'm gonna have to love you. And where are you from? Are you from North London? I'm intrigued. Are you from North London? I know you're definitely you live in the UK or you've lived in the UK. There's no way you're going to be saying things like Sainsbury's and your Ladbroke and not live in the UK or have some ties to the UK. Yeah, probably from I don't know, maybe south or north. I feel like that's where you've either lived or lived at one point. You either live in South or North London, or you probably resigned there at some point. I don't know, but that's, yeah, I don't think you're from West London or East London. Or you might be from somewhere else in the country. I need to remember that places like Manchester and Birmingham exist, and your Wolverhampton, your Nottingham. But Gunner's Boss, I do want you on the channel at some point. I've been trying to get Tasia on the channel for the longest, and he keeps shying away from me. And DC as well, will be nice to get you on the channel. You know, no pressure. Don't hide. I don't want you to hide away from me. Definitely no pressure. Milk May Road. I said, what did I say? North London or South London, right? Yeah. I kind of figured that you're not from West or East London. Oh God. Oh, that is hilarious. All right, guys, I'm going to have to love you and leave you until tomorrow, okay? Thank you for supporting the channel. If you're new to the channel, do go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you haven't hit the like button, what are you waiting on? Stop being an enemy of progress. Hit that like button, and you know how it goes. Until next time, take care.
I'm John Barnes, and you're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.